I've just had my say in the government of our country. My own private say. As an American, I have that right. Every one of these people has that right. You have it. It's something special.
Voting is power. If we want a healthy democracy, then we must ensure that everyone can access that power. Systemic efforts to suppress Black voters have taken different forms over the years, going back to the Mississippi Plan of 1870, when Black voters were met with violent intimidation at the polls. But thanks to the many people who struggled, the people who fought and died, rights were won and laws were changed.
I speak tonight for the dignity of man and the destiny of democracy.
The Voting Rights Act prohibited racial discrimination in voting for nearly 50 years. But then in 2013, the Supreme Court gutted it.
And we need to call it what it is. We have come here today, our president has brought us here because what is happening in our nation today is a crime against democracy.
As a result, thousands of polling stations in predominantly Black and brown counties have been closed, leading to long lines and decreased turnout. Long voting lines are voter suppression. 1 in 40 citizens losing their right to vote due to a felony conviction is voter suppression, as is attempting to discredit the USPS. We can't let them silence any of us. There is simply too much at stake. Not only are we dealing with a health crisis and confronting systemic racism in our police departments, we're also in the middle of an escalating climate crisis. We've seen unprecedented fires in California, devastating hurricanes across the Gulf and Atlantic, and historic flooding in the Midwest. At a time when we should be increasing climate and environmental protections, Trump is using our tax dollars to orchestrate $1 billion bailout to polluting oil companies. He's packed his administration with climate deniers and fossil fuel industry insiders. And in a single term, Trump has weakened or removed over 100 different environmental regulations that disproportionately impact communities of color. Getting Trump out of office is the first step in ending the climate crisis. But we can't just go back to how things were before. We must elect climate champions to Congress to pass a Green New Deal for workers, families, and communities. A people-powered democracy, where everyone has a say, is our best tool for protecting the planet. Make sure your voice is heard this November.